Yo, it's Penguin featuring my boy Nada. We coming in with some just random shit to talk about today and some team deathmatch. What's up with you?
Not much, man.
Bro, honestly, recently I kind of want to talk about like hot tub streams and shit, bro, and like the meta behind Twitch, I guess. So some people are like low-key super like pressed about it, and just like how the concept of it is just unfair. I guess like a gender thing. I don't know.
So, not gonna lie, my first exposure to the whole hot tub thing was Jab and Frog talking about it.
Yeah.
And then I like heard it was like just becoming a thing.
Yeah.
But like Twitch has always really like had that stigma of like, oh well, female streamers just like it was body painting for a while.
Like titty stream, pretty much.
Yeah, it was
Okay.
like big webcams, like body painting is a thing that people do, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's always just like been like a stigma on Twitch. This is just like another evolution of it.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, personally, at first I was a little jealous, I'm not gonna lie, because I saw like a couple chicks making like 200k a month off of just like sitting in a hot tub and getting like 20k subs, and it's like, you know, as much as like you can hate on it, like, I'm not like pressed, and I mean, good for them, right? Like they're making money out of a good situation for them, right? It is.
I mean, if you're making that much money, go for it.
Yeah. I mean, they're not doing anything like wrong or TOS technically. I just think it's one of those things where like, if a dude does it in like a serious way, it's probably not going to get as much format. But I have seen like a lot of females brought this up to me, and I thought it was a good point. It was like, so they were saying how a lot more like big streamers are male, and I guess that kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah, I mean, top 3 are all, top 5 are all male, I'm pretty sure.
So I guess it's sort of debatable in a way of, oh, they're getting more views, and it's like, I guess what I don't want to make the conversation about is sort of like a male versus female. I think it's more of just a, is this crossing the line? Yes, no. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
also, top 5 are all men, and then 6 and 7 are female, and then you drop down a number, 16 for the next one.
Yeah. That makes sense. I assume Pokemon's pretty high up there, though.
Pokemon's number 6, yeah.
Yeah.
But Ninja, Tfue, Shroud... This actually isn't updated because Ludwig is now the number 1 sub.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess the concept at first made me jealous, but I'm not too pressed about that. I do think it leads into a lot of discussion, though.
You can say, like, well, this is a thing that a guy can't do, but you're also, like, systemically in the world, there's a lot of things that women have harder than guys in, like, workplaces and stuff, and a lot of industries.
Yeah.
So, like, you can't really complain about that.
I mean, you can, because it's a lot, like, theoretically, you could just do that, and you get a lot more views, and, like, you get known easier. Like, if I'm being realistic, like, a lot of the dudes that get a lot of, like, views on Twitch were either, like, esports, or they have, like, the craziest personalities, you know? I'm gonna be honest, this isn't me insulting,
but... and the XQCs.
Yeah. And it's
Shroud's
like...
mechanically correct, and XQCs insane.
Right. And it's like... I watched a few hot tub streamers like Amaranth as an example. Like, I don't have a problem with them, but they're just boring. like everyone's watching for their body, and it's like, you know, I'm glad they're making money off of it, and great for them. I'm happy for them, you know? But I don't really... I don't know. It's definitely not anything they've actually done. And I guess the argument shouldn't be about they have to do anything to make money. But it does sort of feel, I guess, if you really care that much, like, cringe. But I don't really care that much. Because I mean, if I was a female, I would do the exact same thing multiple times.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, it's like... It's making a good amount of money, and if you're cool with doing that, and you're cool with making that money off of it.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't mind it, really. I do think this leads into another, like, weird topic that I think people get really pressed about, is, just, like, female streamers in general, like, the whole e-girl thing.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the way to, like, lead into it is, like, people always go like, "Oh, you're probably a support player because you're, a girl, right?" And it's like, I'm not really sure how I feel about that whole stigmatization. I guess is the way to put it.
That's the right word, I think.
Yeah, it probably is. Man.
I mean, there's definitely a stigma there, yeah, of like, if there's a woman playing games, they probably play support and aren't like
cracked, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I would have, and this is not me trying to come at anyone. I'm just sort of bringing it up as a topic. That's all. Because I have no idea what it's like, But I guess like some of the thing is like I remember when I used to talk like Lovely and a few others, they would always talk about how like they had a harder time like PML times like finding teams and shit because it was like, oh, well, I'm a girl, they probably think I'm not as good.
Yeah.
And I have no idea, honestly. Like I don't have an opinion because I'm not in their shoes.
I mean, I think if you're talking looking at it from an esports perspective, right? You're gonna pick who's the best.
Yeah.
And like that's like you shouldn't factor anything else in. Like that's why.
Well, we know we shouldn't, but we're saying people do. We're assuming.
Yeah, well, like that's why Lumsey got banned. Is like nothing else matters other than appearance. So if the reason that you're like the Lumsey situation, flashback to that, Lumsey didn't pick a guy for his team and then privately said, "I'm not going to land with a black guy."
Yeah.
Like it's.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, sexism, not racism, but it's still, like, a problem. And it's like, just take people for their skill as players, from an esports point of view. Like, streaming is its own thing.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're watching, like, what are you getting out of that entertainment? Like, are you watching for entertainment? Are you watching for, like, skill at the game? Are you watching to, like, look at boobs?
Yeah.
Like, there's much more efficient ways to look at boobs than a Twitch stream, but...
Hey man, boobs are boobs.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. I feel like it's like... It's a platform that was built on a certain thing, and then has become a lot... Like, Twitch in general was built on, like, hey, play games. And then it has expanded very quickly into...
Show tits.
Well, not just that. Like, there's a lot of things that people do on Twitch that it wasn't originally meant for. But it has kept the, like, okay, well, adult content isn't allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So... where do you draw the line there, and is this streamer, is the goal of their stream for like sexual content, or is it for entertainment value, or is it for art, or is it for whatever else? Because it's like, oh, like with the body painting stuff, it's like, okay, yeah, like this person is painting their body, and it's for the art of it. If it's a person laying in a hot tub in a bikini and not really doing anything else, well, what is this stream?
I guess the argument to be made is like, oh, they're just chatting, because that is like a section of stream, and I mean, like, that is what they're doing. Like, she does, like, there's a few I watch where they're like, oh, they have like bans for people who say like sexual shit in chat, and like, yeah, I wouldn't want to be demeaned either, because it's like, hey, I'm just doing this to make a quick bag, like I'm just keeping it real, like, so it does kind of make sense. Again, for anyone watching this that's like thinks, oh, you're sexist, like, no, I don't have any problems with them doing it. I'm just discussing it because people do have problems with it, and I can see why, and I can see both perspectives of why both are happening. So
yeah, because like the argument against is like, well, this is a thing that only women can do, or like only women can do to success. Because like I know that like Mutu just did a hot tub stream, but like. It was just him with a controller in his bathtub playing Paladins. Yeah. It's not like they're doing it to parody the trend that like, guys can't really do the actual trend.
Yeah.
And that may just be because like Twitch audience is majority male.
I think it's mostly just boobs, bro. I'm gonna be real. Like,
yeah.
as much as it like sucks to sexualize, like that's why 80% of the people are there. Yeah. I do think it is interesting though.
It 100% is, yeah.
When they like do watch them for their like shit like content like that, but like they have other content too, right? Because they're just using that shit because it's a trend right now, and it's like a meta for Twitch, right? When people who watch them for their tits also come back and watch them for other stuff, like that is cool.
Well, there's a lot of times people will get a like. People have like the initial attraction, and they'll form a like emotional connection to the streamer, which can get like scary.
Yeah, that's a little weird, but I do get
like
what you mean.
I watched what's her name? The bathwater chick.
Oh fuck. I know what you're talking about, but yeah.
I'm just gonna Google bathwater chick. Hang on.
It's like Bella Delphine, was it?
Yep, yeah, Bella Delphine.
Yeah.
I watched a podcast she was on, and she does essentially just like lewd stuff, like to a much like more upfront perspective than a lot of people on Twitch. But she was talking about how people would start getting like emotionally like being sort of like emotionally creepy about the whole thing. Like, hey, I really like you as a person. And like, okay, well, you don't know me. Stop it.
Yeah, that is. I actually can relate to that. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of relate to that actually. There's a lot of people who are like in my Twitch chat, and don't get me wrong, I love this. Like, I love when people like care, but they're like, you should talk about whatever is like causing you problems, and it's like, I'm streaming to do the exact opposite of that,
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff where it's like, hey, I'm not gonna or like if I say, hey, I'm not gonna stream today because some personal stuff. What's going on? Well, it's some personal stuff.
Yeah. I do kind of relate to that, and don't get me wrong, I love people caring and shit. It's a really good feeling, but I do kind of understand the whole concept of like, hey, I just kind of want to do me,
Yeah. So according to this, Twitch's core demographic, 65% male, 73% under the age of 35.
Yeah, that's fair. I could see that.
I'm actually kind of surprised that it's only 65% male.
I'm not. Honestly, I'm really not. I feel like every guy that watches it, like their girlfriend watches it too, or like their sisters. And, I don't know. It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair. Because there is like the stigma in general of just like gaming being a male
thing. Yeah, that's dumb too.
Which like no, there are women that are insane at video games and guys that suck.
I think there's more guys that suck than girls. Honestly.
You also don't have to be good to play and enjoy. Like esports has that reputation of being just like a guys club,
which it kind of is. I mean, like not because girls are bad, but that's just how it is right now. Like that's just what it's been like.
Yeah.
Like it's just been male dominated.
Sorry.
It's all good.
No, I mean like you've got like and there's also something I noticed looking into like Valorant when Valorant was first coming out. I believe it was Tolkien, I think, someone who was on one of the lower two PPL teams. He got a Valorant coaching gig, and it was a team that was all female. And
I remember that.
I get what they're going for with that, but isn't that also
like the exact thing you're preaching not to do, right? Because you're trying to preach for skill, not for gender. Yeah, I agree. I also heard they got dominated in tournaments because they just weren't that good.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you just need to pick players that are good, not like cry about shit that gender inequality. Like, I don't really think it is gender inequality. I just think, generally speaking, a lot more guys take this shit seriously. Like, for gaming. I'm not saying girls don't. I guarantee they do. I just haven't seen it. Like, personally. Yeah. I've seen it from, like, 3 people in Paladins.
Yeah, I mean, there's also... I don't know particularly why this stigma is, but the whole, like, girls are support players thing.
Oh,
but then looking at, like... Oh, I'm dead. Looking at, like esports and stuff, the only, like... There's Bird, who plays DPS. Who else in like Paladin doesn't play support?
Yeah. But I don't think that's like to push the stereotype. They're just good at the role.
Yeah. And they can play other roles. I don't know. It's just like an odd, like...
You know, it just kind of pushes the stereotype in a way.
Yeah, which, like, don't blame anybody for. It's just interesting to, like, I wonder, like, why that is. I don't know, it's interesting.
But yeah, I do remember that, all-female team you're talking about. I just remember because, like, I had this exact conversation with someone, and then they got, like, fucking thrashed, like, their first, like, community tournament.
Well, because, like, what's the point of that? Like, it's...
I guess it's sort of like, feminism, which is great, you know, awesome, but, like, if you're not good, then you're just kind of shitting on feminism, because you're just showing that you're not good at the game, and you don't deserve to be there, you know?
Like, I think, like...
I think
a top team picking up a female player because she's cracked at the game, and
it's fine. Like, good.
I think that's better than an org saying we're gonna pick an only female team, and then that team being bad.
Like, yeah,
I think that's better for the overall, like, the overall side of that.
Yeah.
Of that argument.
I agree. I mean, I guess the main takeaway, right, that we already kind of put is like, well, they weren't good because they were forcing, you know, just an inequality that they also wanted to not be a part of. And I get the whole, yay, you know, like, feminism, that's awesome. Like, I genuinely support that. I genuinely do. But like, if you're not good, it doesn't matter, and we stated that. And at the end of the day, it was, like you said, it would be better if they just picked up someone, like, who maybe she's cracked, or he's cracked, like, I guess it's just hard.
Or they're cracked. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't care what you choose
are.
To, like,
yeah.
I don't care what you are or what you choose to be. I want you to be good at the video game if I'm
picking
you for my esports team.
I'm not gonna lie. One thing people like me for and I flame is they don't, you know, I don't fucking discriminate, you know, if you're female or, you know, not. I just say you're fucking shit. Like, this is why, you know? Like, sorry, but, like, if you piss me off when you're bad at the game, like, I'll be real with you, bro. I've roasted Lovely before. I've roasted Denali before. I roasted the fuck out of Betty. And I promise you, I treated them the same way I would fucking treat Fish or you or anyone else. And it's like, you know, like, that's just how esports in gaming is.
Opportunity shitters.
Yeah, equal opportunity shitters. But, like, at the end of the day, right, like, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And I guess that's where it was missed a little bit. I don't know. I guess it all ties back to this whole, like, to be a big on Twitch, you have to have an insane personality. You're really good at what you're doing. And I don't really know what they're being good at. The whole, like, hot tub streams, I guess it's just being appealing, which is awesome, I guess. Because, like, I'm not trying to even, like,
I mean,
you know, I'm not trying to sugarcoat it. I'm just being real. Like, it's good. They're making money. Good for them. Like, and also, I'm just going back to the topic because that's kind of like the topic we were just going to talk about for this video. So it's sort of like it's half and half. So, I don't know. I guess that's really all there is much to say. I mean,
it comes down to a question of, like, at the end, like, what happens when this trend is over, or when the next thing comes? Because, like, what are you, like, what are you doing a hot tub stream for? And if it's just, like, the sexual content, then, like, sure. If there's an argument being made that it's for something else, then what is that? I mean, I can't see.
I guess the argument that they're going to make back is, though, why does it have to be something else? You know what I mean? Like,
well, I'm saying, like, what's the point of you turning on a webcam and streaming? Like, is it to entertain people?
Well, I mean, for them, it's to make money and get views, right? Like,
well, yeah, true.
For me, right? Like, it's both. I sort of, in the place I'm at, I need to make money and get views, because if I don't, then I would have to get a second job again. And I mean, I still have that second job, but I've been working less because it's my grandpa, and he lets me sort of pick the hours because it's his thing, you know. And that would really, you know, I sort of have to have some sort of extra income, otherwise my parents would just kick me out.
Yeah.
And that's just how it is, because I do plan to move out in a year or two, but it's like, that's sort of where I'm at, where I am a little jealous in a sense of like, oh, they do that and they win, but like at the same time, I'm not, because like I get it, like that makes sense to me. But for my personal like story, I guess for this is like, if I have not made like the 2,000 I made off of streaming, I guarantee my parents would be like, why are you not working 50 hours a week, 40 hours a week, and doing college, you know?
Yeah.
And that it does make sense. I don't fault them for that, and they've honestly only my dad has said it. My mom sort of just implied it, right? And that's fine. Like I get it, and it is a little stressful for me, and that's why I am putting so much time into perfecting like the stream I'm trying to do. So I guess it makes sense. I don't know. What about you? Like, what's your streaming journey been kind of like?
There's I've got some money out of it, and that's gonna be like the main thing for right now. Is like, I probably wouldn't be able to stream if I didn't make money off of it. I've already I'm applying to some jobs though, and it's probably gonna be a just like
For fun
maybe
thing?
a couple hours a night. Yeah, or like, how much you edit this?
Not much at all, actually.
Okay, then I'm not gonna go into stuff that I can't talk about, but it's basically just like, hey, if I don't like, I'll stream for money, but at the end of the day, I'd rather do something that's more confirmable income.
Yeah.
Because like, if I'm not gonna be guaranteed to, like, I'd rather just go and like drive.
Have a guaranteed salary.
Or something. Yeah. Or like not even like guaranteed salary. Just like, do I spend 4 hours playing ranked and having fun and like not making as much money, not making like guaranteed money, or do I go drive for DoorDash and like it's not gonna be as fun? I'll like put on a podcast in the car or something, but like that's not guaranteed income. Or that is guaranteed income.
I get you. So that makes
like,
sense.
It's really a question there.
Nah, it does make sense. I guess,
also
I don't know,
looking at,
streaming's been eye-opening for me.
I mean, I've really enjoyed it so far. I don't think I would be with Paladins anymore if it wasn't for streaming and for you and Fish still hanging out.
Yeah.
Because like I was in it for the esports, and then I went really, really hard into that for a while, and then that got removed. So like, I don't really know like what I would be in it for if it wasn't for that.
True. Holy fuck, that's a lot of screen clutter. But yeah. No, I get you.
The screen shake on this thing's ult is insane. Octavia.
Yeah, I've only played her a little bit. I don't know.
I mean, like, I'm enjoying streaming. I wish I could like consistently do it for income. Like, you're at a point where you can consistently do it for.
I don't know if I really can though.
I mean, you could probably like if you went like hard into content, which you're talking about doing. I'm pretty sure you could at least like this and like DoorDash or something. You could 100% consistently do it.
Yeah.
Which is awesome. Like,
True.
To be able to do that is very cool. I'm not really at that point.
Yeah,
totally.
no. I'm not trying to like ego it either.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's just a conversation.
It's just
topic.
it is all an interesting just conversation to talk about. I don't know. We had a lot of good stuff to talk about there, honestly, and that was really good. Honestly, I'm probably gonna end it there because realistically, I don't want to make the videos too long. I want to keep it sort of a consistent thing. But thank you guys if you watched this far. This is kind of how I want the format for these kind of videos to go. So thank you guys for all the feedback on my Twitch and in the comments. Continue that, please. Much love. You got anything to say, Nada, or nah?
No. If you've watched the whole thing, thank you. Thanks for hanging out. Oh yeah.
Much love. Peace.